We are Andrew and Leanne, and we have just spent an amazing week exploring the Christmas markets of Berlin. But after spending 6 months in Europe, we have decided to head back to Asia, to one of our favourite countries, Japan. So technically this is good morning from Berlin-Brandenburg Airport. It's just gone midnight. We have a flight leaving at 6:50. There's literally nothing open in this airport whatsoever. So we've just kind of found a patch of floor that we can occupy and try and sleep in for a couple of hours before we're allowed to check into the flight and make our way through security. So this is home for the next 3 to 4 hours. Good morning guys and welcome to Tokyo. Whilst Leanne's at the shop, I'm going to give you a really quick room tour for where we're staying. It is a tiny little place, but it's got absolutely everything we need. Just watch my head. Okay, so this room has obviously small tea and coffee making facilities. Basically, it is tiny. We have a little desk, a TV, an air conditioning unit, which also works as a heater, which is incredible because it is freezing in Tokyo at the moment. Double bed, which is a small double, but it's just about enough room for the both of us. And we have our own private bathroom, which we didn't have in Germany, so we're super happy. It's very small, but it has absolutely everything we need. We've got a Japanese toilet, which I am so happy about. If you know, you know. We have a tiny little bathtub. We have our own sink. And basically that is about it. The Wi-Fi in this place is really good. It's not necessarily the cleanest hotel room we've ever been in, but it was super cheap. I think it cost us around £23 per night, or 25, something like that, which in the center of Tokyo is absolutely incredible. It was by far the cheapest place that we found. And yeah, sorry that the room's a little bit of a mess. We have actually slept in here already for one night. When we landed in Tokyo, we'd already been traveling for around 31 hours. We've been awake for 48 hours and we are both very jet lagged. So we kind of got back, had a shower and then went straight to sleep. I think we slept for about 13 or 14 hours.
Good morning from Japan. We are back in one of our absolute favourite countries in the world. The weather has been glorious. We've had sun since we arrived. But it is cold, it's like 3 degrees. Today we've got a really busy day planned. We're actually off to the JR office, the exchange office, so we can get our rail tickets. We actually have 2 weeks to travel around the whole country before the passes run out. And then, yeah, probably back to Tokyo to chill out a little bit. Just one thing I wanted to quickly mention, you might notice us wearing the face masks in a lot of the videos in Japan. That is because Japan officially opened up to full tourism in about October. So we're in December now and people are still getting used to tourists being back. So out of respect, we are going to wear masks a lot in these videos.
So we've just activated our passes at the JR East Travel Centre and we've just booked tickets as well to Shibuya. So we're going to go and visit probably the busiest crossing in the world.
The next station is Shibuya, JY20.
So we're here at the world's busiest crossing and as you can see it is pretty busy. We're going to try and get a coffee in the famous Starbucks coffee which is across this road. Well, here we are in Shibuya crossing. Cringy.
So we actually got super lucky and found the perfect seat in Starbucks to look over Shibuya crossing. Last time we came, it was so difficult to find a seat at the Starbucks, but once again we just walked straight into the seat. Now that we've had something to drink, we're going to head to a ramen place and try and get like a yuzu ramen. So yeah, we're heading there now.
So we have scoured Shibuya for a yuzu ramen restaurant. We actually went to one and it said open on the website, but unfortunately it was closed. So we've made our way to the second one. I've no idea what it's gonna taste like. We've never been here before, so let's see what comes. So I've got the yuzu ramen and I've already tasted a bit of the yuzu and it is delicious. But the ramen smells amazing. Let's give it a go. Really light broth, but citrusy, delicious.
So I think we may have found our new favourite ramen place. Last time we came here, we only really ate at places like Ichiran Ramen, and we found maybe one or two other places. This place is called Ramen World in Shibuya. And honestly, I actually think this tops Ichiran. This is a really, really, really good tonkatsu ramen.
Easily the best ramen I've probably ever eaten, and we were here for 6 weeks in Japan in 2019. We ate a lot of ramen, but that was probably heads above anything I've had in the past.
So once again, up until this point, Ichiran Ramen has been my favourite ramen hands down, and I've seen all kinds of vlogs on the internet where people have said Ichiran isn't as good as people make out, it's not the best ramen in Japan, and I thought they were talking a load of rubbish until I tried that ramen today. Honestly, hands down, beat every single tonkatsu ramen I've ever had. The broth was like really rich, really creamy, really thick, and the amount of condiments they gave you as well.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. Absolutely incredible. Best ramen, hands down, I've ever had.
It's New Year's Eve, it's about 9 o'clock, everybody's super excited, there are police everywhere, and we're gonna get our fortune done. So let's see what the new year brings. So I'm here at the Omikuji fortune place, where you drop in 100 yen and wish for something good, wish for good fortune. You then shake the box, take a stick, find the number and read your fortune. If your fortune's good, then you take it home, but don't be arrogant. And if you get a bad fortune, you hang it there, and that helps. So let's give it a go. The best fortune! Yay! So, everything will be realised as if it looks the flowers from a palace facing south. Treasures in vehicles will come to your house. You will become virtuous. While you are riding on horseback in high spirits, everybody will praise you.
Okay, so I got a good fortune. However, it does also say that travelling and making a trip is not a good idea for me at the moment.
So I went for one of the dangos, and it's basically like a mochi, which is like a soft paste, kind of chewy. And I went for the sweet bean paste, which is like a red bean paste, which is definitely traditional in Japan. It's really sweet, but kind of, how would you describe it? Like an earthy taste. Kind of savoury and sweet at the same time. I really, really enjoy it, so I'm going to enjoy this. Perfect.
So we have tried to come to Sensoji Temple to try and count down to the new year, and the crowd here is absolutely insane. There's the entire street is cordoned off. There's only one way to get down towards Sensoji Temple, and we're going to try and get a little bit closer, but I don't think we'll get too close. We'll give it a go. Change of plan. We're not going to try and force our way through the crowd because it just looks like it'd be a little bit dangerous. We're going to hold up here and just celebrate the new year with the people that have decided to do the same thing.
Celebrate with the police.
ただいま列が進んでいます。前の方に続いてゆっくりとお進みください。
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year!
And the craziest thing is, just a little bit down away from that crowd, this entire road is closed off. So we are now walking down one of the busiest streets in Asakusa.
With the road completely closed?
And the road's empty.
This is so unlike Japan, so this must be a proper special thing for New Year. But that was crazy. The amount of people, I've never seen that many people in one place in my life. It was just full. We just didn't go into the crowd, we stayed kind of on the outside, but everybody's going towards the temple.
The thing is, we stayed away from the temple itself, but we were still completely surrounded by people. We were still right in the middle of the crowd. And yeah, it feels surreal to be in that crowd and then all of a sudden to be on this empty road.
Yeah, amazing though.
Yeah, so Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We're going to head back to the hotel. See you there. So we've come back to Meiji Jinju, which is actually the first shrine that we ever visited the first time we came here to Japan. Last time we came, there was not a soul here. This place was so quiet. And I'm not sure if it's because it's just been New Year's, but there is a constant stream of people. It's so busy.
Hundreds and hundreds of people pouring into the park. And last time we came, I think there was only like a handful of people here, wasn't there?
Crazy.
I'm like shocked, I don't know what's going on. It's got to be something to do with the New Year. Maybe there's an event on or something, or it's because, like I say, it's New Year and people want to worship. I don't really know.
Okay, so a really quick bit of context as to why there is no more footage from Meiji Jinju Shrine. Basically, we didn't take into account the fact that it is the 2nd of January, or it was the 2nd of January yesterday. It's currently the following day. So it turns out on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd of January, the Buddhists here celebrate what's called Hatsumode, which is the first temple visit of the year. And Meiji Jinju in particular, which is the busiest temple in all of Tokyo, actually receives up to 3 million visitors over those 3 days. So when we actually got into the temple, there was no space to move. There was basically nothing to see. So we kind of just left. And then we really struggled to find anywhere that was open because it's obviously a really like religious time of year. So we've kind of come to the conclusion that for the next 2 days, temples are kind of off the cards. So today is going to be all about food. And yeah, we're going to try and head to an Okonomiyaki restaurant, which is something that we have been craving since we got back in Japan. We had a bit of an ordeal trying to find an Okonomiyaki place. It's the coming of age day here in Japan on the 3rd of January. So a lot of places are closed, but we have found this place in Akihabara that has decent reviews, and we've ordered our Hiroshimayaki because, once again, controversial opinion, but there are 2 types of Okonomiyaki. There is Hiroshimayaki and Osakayaki, and we prefer Hiroshima, so that's what we've ordered.
So these are dried fish flakes called bonito. What happens is you just sprinkle them for flavour. They're really like umami flavour. And when you put them on or above a heat source, they like dance with the heat. Watch.
So we've had this before in Hiroshima. We're going to give it another go here. It looks really good. I'm just going to put on a bit more of the Okonomiyaki sauce, which is like a sweet Worcester sauce. Okay, let's go. Itadakimasu. The sauce is like sweet. It's kind of like a little bit vinegary. Really good. And the noodles in it, it's just really good. Like, in this one, there's pork, there's shrimp, there's squid, loads of cabbage, and it just tastes incredible. So for those of you who don't know what Okonomiyaki is, it's basically, Osakayaki is like everything like cabbage, pork, spring onions, all mixed up into like a batter, into a pancake and made at the table. Whereas Hiroshimayaki is all layered individually. So they'll make like a batter, make a pancake, then you'll have like fried cabbage, fried noodles, an egg, pork, all kinds, but it's layered up separately. and it's just so good. It's like the ultimate comfort food. It's definitely not good for you, but it is absolutely delicious. You need to try okonomiyaki in Japan at least once.
So when we came to Akihabara in 2019, we did vow that we would never come back because it's crazy here. And I think the 3rd of January is still a public holiday. It's definitely got a lot of people here again. For some reason we've come back. Yeah, so here we are. And we are full and trying to walk off the Okonomiyaki.
So basically our time in Tokyo is at an end for now. We do have another week in Tokyo in about 2 weeks' time, but we do move on to Takayama tomorrow. We've had, throughout our time in Japan, we've had some of the best food in our lives, and we've also had some of the worst food in our lives. There is not a lot that I don't like, but the one food that springs to mind is this. This is natto, which is fermented soybeans. And there's a few reasons I don't like it. It's like slimy, sticky. It smells like off vegetables. Let me just open it and I'll show you what I mean. Oh no. So that's kind of what it looks like. Let me mix it up and you'll see why it's so disgusting. Oh god, it smells so bad. So basically, this is what happens with natto. I cannot describe the smell that is coming from this. Like, have you ever left a bin bag out in the sun for about a week in summer? That's kind of what it smells like. When I tried it last time.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, I'm gonna let Leanne smell it.
Oh. Oh no, it smells alcoholic. Oh, it smells sour.
Okay, so I vowed I'd never eat this again, but I've seen videos online that I've basically eaten it wrong. You're supposed to kind of mix it with soy or wasabi. They've given us some mitashi tare and some mustard, and I don't think it's gonna help, but I'm gonna give it a go. So there is actually a legitimate reason as to why they eat this. Apparently some people really do love it, but it's also like a superfood. It is really, really healthy and full of all kinds of like nutritional benefits. I still can't get my head around it though, but let's give it a go. Itadakimasu. Okay. So the mustard and the tare definitely make it more palatable. It's just so slimy. I've never had anything in my life that is this slimy. Like, even if I can get my head around the flavour, I just can't get my head around that texture. Like, it is the slimiest thing I've ever put in my mouth. Okay, but to wash it down, is something that you see in like vending machines in like 7-Eleven stores that you can get here everywhere. Strong Zero, absolutely everywhere, in 7-Elevens, in vending machines, and I think this was about 200 yen or about £1.30 or 40, and it's 9%. It's grapefruit flavour. And that smells actually really good. Yeah, that's pleasant. They're really dangerous because they don't taste that alcoholic. but I think if you had a couple of these, it would turn nasty real quick. But yeah, as I say, that's the end of this vlog. I'm gonna try and finish this. Probably won't finish this, but we'll see you in the next video where we head to somewhere a bit colder and a bit whiter. See you then.